Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bleav in Arizona Football podcast here on the Bleav Podcast Network. This is the Arizona Football Show where we talk all things Arizona Wildcats football. My name is Eddie Law, and my co-host, as always, is former Arizona Wildcats corner number 5 in your programs. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Shaquille Richardson. How's it going, man?
I'm going good, What's good, man? Trying to do good. It's tough, though.
Trying. It's just like 2020 took a dump on everybody and then looked in Tucson and said, nah.
Right. There's pile on here.
There's one little spot in the map. Just get that one.
Pile on here.
Hey, it's insane, but we on keep it on, man.
We gotta turn the program around. At least next year for sure be better than this year. The direction that we're going is gonna for sure be a different one. So I think it's gonna be better. I'm optimistic because I have longevity on my side.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, look. Hey, there's nowhere to go but up.
Right.
Okay.
And the school's not going nowhere. Football program's not going nowhere. So gotta have some better seasons.
All right, folks, if you enjoy this show, please help us out by hitting that subscribe button on iTunes, YouTube, wherever you're listening or watching us on. And leave us a rating if you would be so kind. We're also available on your favorite podcast outlets, including the aforementioned iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, Luminary, and TuneIn. You can also find us at Bleav.com and at Bleav Podcast on social media. All right, man, NFL is still going strong. All the doubters were saying this ain't going to happen. COVID's going to shut it down, but NFL headstrong. The shield is stronger than – seems like it's stronger than COVID.
Very strong. Either get behind it or get on it.
Exactly. So you might not be at the game this year, ladies and gentlemen, but you can still be in on the action at Bet Online. So Week 16 is coming up. The NFL season keeping on moving. We had the return of Drew Brees to the Saints this last weekend without Michael Thomas. Alex Smith was out. Dwayne Haskins got back in at quarterback for Washington. And then, of course, we look forward to what the Cardinals do at their home game against San Francisco this weekend. Definitely a game I think we need to win. But what games are you going to be looking at?
I'm going to be looking at this Dolphins-Raider game. That's going to be a good game. I'm going to like that one. The Dolphins they're pretty evenly matched. Let's see if they get Derek Carr back. I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks over the Lions. Easy call. Saints-Vikings going to be a good game.
Oh, real good game.
Yeah. 49ers-Cardinals, like you said, divisional.
And it seems like every division for the Cardinals, it seems like every division game is a rivalry game of sorts. It's because they all beat up on us every year, so we're trying to get some get back. But
right, you got to get some footing in there.
Right.
The Chiefs, Falcons, we already know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and it's not even a question.
Oh, Jets is 0-13, looking like the Arizona Wildcats.
How is Adam Gase still a head coach?
They just holding on to him until they get the first pick and they'll make a change. It's just there's no point now of making a change when you're already 0-13. Just make sure you keep losing. How about that? Right.
Yeah. They even fired Greg Williams or DC just to make sure to keep on
just
losing.
After that, right. What about that Clemson quarterback to the Jets? You think he's going to pull Eli Manning?
I think he should, man. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near the Jets.
But they have a quarterback. I don't see why the Jets would pick another one.
Sam Darnold can play. He's just in the wrong, just wrong.
It's the coach. It's the coach. Right. It's the gang green.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Clippers.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Now the Clippers picked up
Doesn't matter.
Don't matter. Whatever, man. We played y'all the other night, and AD went off on the 3-pointers, man.
You the Clippers fan?
No, I'm Suns fan.
I'm Suns, right?
No, we're playing you guys here in Phoenix the last 3 nights.
We're 5-0.
I watch every single Suns game, but like 80's pointing from 5 feet behind the 3 line. I'm like, dude,
it's unstoppable. Our team gonna be unstoppable.
You can't guard him or Bron. It's impossible.
Him, Bron, and then our operation. We got playmakers.
Rich got richer. You got Marc Gasol. You got Schroeder.
What's his name?
Tucker.
No, Harkel.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Montrezl Harrell. That's you. That's the funniest part of that whole pickup this offseason for you guys is that he was all like, "We're the Clippers. Offseason comes, we're the Lakers."
The Lakers said, "Let me get your 6th man of the year."
Yeah. Now they got 2 of them on their bench. It's insane. But anyway, from game spreads and totals to team, player, and coaching props, Bet Online gives you more options to wager than any place online. And there's always that online casino as well, which never closes. So head over to betonline.ag today. Take advantage of all the great sign-up bonuses. Again, it's betonline.ag and sign up today. Bet Online, your online sportsbooks experts. So it's finally over, dude. Painful season ends at 0-4 for Arizona Wildcats. So there's a chance to go 0-5, but, they fired Kevin Sumlin. The players are entering the transfer portal left and right. COVID's happening. And so Arizona was not able to adjust enough scholarship players to play one more game And it was a rough one. But ladies and gentlemen, you heard correctly. After 3 seasons as the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats, he has been fired by David Heek with a nice little paycheck on the way out, but still no longer the head coach. What were your thoughts on that?
Very nice paycheck on the way out.
Oh, very nice.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't maybe been around the coaching staff or got to know what was going on or the program or anything, but it seemed like we were losing a lot. So so it's probably a good time to make a change, wait to the end of the season, make a change. I think we should get somebody in here with some Arizona ties that can understand the dynamics of the program through the years from Desert Swarm till now. If we can get somebody to understand Desert Swarm till now, I think they could take us to the next level.
Oh, for sure, man. But just to look at the history of how we got Sumlin and all that. Sumlin took over for Rich Rodriguez, who was fired after 6 seasons with Arizona. So he finished with a 43-35 record. He went 3-2 in bowl games, so he was decent. Was fired over, obviously a scandal went on at the school and all that. So he was let go for those reasons. And now he has a podcast with his daughter. I think he broke it all down. So if y'all want to go listen to that, go for it. But someone came in with the memory of the Johnny football teams. The recruiting reputation was, for some reason, it was huge with him. And it never really panned out. Wasn't able to recruit very well. Most of his, I think his best season at A&M was the first one, 2012. Wasn't even his guys. And then the teams progressively got worse as the years went on. So Sumlin's 3 seasons in Tucson, he finishes with a record of 9-20. Now, this might be a dumb question, but what do you think went wrong?
What do I think went wrong?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was hard to get those Texas kids over to AZ. Maybe his approach was a little different coming from the South. Being more on the West Coast side of the country is a different type of approach. To get some guys. I think we didn't we didn't stay healthy at quarterback when we had Tate. He got hurt that last year. It was more of that style offense. We couldn't score. I feel we couldn't score enough points, really. We couldn't score enough points. We couldn't win games. We couldn't get on track. We couldn't recruit well enough. We couldn't develop well enough. We couldn't play call well enough. It was just we couldn't compete well enough, honestly. It's whatever's going on. I feel like it was we've had a not a shallow pool of coaches, but we had like temporary journeyman type coaches. Not necessarily temporary journeyman type coaches, but a coach that's not necessarily going to be at Arizona for years and years and years, that has ties to the school, that wants to, have emotionally invested in the program. We need some guys that are emotionally invested in the program to, when you go out recruiting, you got to recruit the kids and they got to know that you care about the program, the importance of the school. If you are from this other state, this other school, never been to over here, it's hard to sell a kid to come here. Like, all right, yeah, I just came here last year. I was at all these places. And I'm leaving next year, but come here. That's gonna be a hard message to give kids. So I think we need somebody that's gonna bring back the history of Arizona culture type.
Right, and I agree with you, man. A coach who comes from another program comes in and goes, "Hey, man, he's got to sell himself, right? With no ties to Arizona, you got some ties to Arizona, but like, hey, man, I was here back in the day.
We can get right. We can get back there. I see a lot of this Arizona legend in you. Put it on film. I see D lineman. I see, whatever D lineman you want to choose. Linebackers, Lance Briggs. We got D lineman, everything. This guy right here, this is how I see you. You could be better. You could be on this guy's level. He was drafted this way around. He's did this, that's how I feel like that's how you can get a kid to want to be the best of themselves for a program. You feel me? Because we need some Hall of Fame chaining players. We need some some guys that's gonna make a difference and make a staple. We got room for more permanent stamps on the Arizona letterboard book. Like some people that can make some staples.
Make some history.
Right, make some history for sure.
Yeah, so a lot of names being considered for the head coaching job. They're looking at Navy's Ken Niumatalolo. Apologies if I messed that up, but he has no Arizona ties. A lot of success in Navy. 23 years, I think, coaching at Navy. And the teams are all pretty good, and they keep beating Army every year, which is their rivalry game. But we'll see what the talent is there. Also, they're looking at San Jose State's Brent Brennan. He's former graduate assistant under Dick Tomey in 2000. That's like the big selling point for him. I mean, went 6-0 this year.
That's
Overall,
good. He's the head coach there.
He's the head coach of San Jose State, yeah. And so they're looking at him, looking at some guys with some D-line with some Arizona ties. Oregon's Joe Salavea, he's their D-line coach. He's former Arizona defensive lineman from 94 to 97, had 8 years in the NFL. He's been D-line coach at San Jose State. He was D-line coach here in Arizona, but he was not retained by, I want to say, Rich Rodriguez. Then either Rich Rod or someone let him go. And then
I think it was Rich Rod. I think he was on the staff at the end of Rich Rod.
Yeah. And then D-line coach at Washington State, and now he's at Oregon. So he's another guy. They were also looking at Dan Quinn, former Atlanta Falcons head coach, reached out saying he wants to be considered. And my first thought was like, yeah, okay, NFL guy that could just leave right away. Sure. Mm-hmm.
I think we do need some type of NFL experience, either playing or coaching, because I think another point that people are going to want to come to the school for is the ability to be coached well and be prepared for the next level. We got to understand, everybody is there for school, but like these student athletes are also here to be athletes. So that's on their priority list to excel in their sport. School, yes, their sport too. So when you come to the football team, besides all the academia, I'm looking for somebody that can help me get my game to the next level. And how do you know what the next level is? You could be around college football for a long time. You could be around college football for a long time and not know the difference between college and NFL, because it's a big difference and it's a lot of different things. So like somebody with some NFL experience and also Arizona experience, I think is the best combination for recruits and winning games. Because they got NFL coaches over there at ASU, so we gotta draw something up.
Mm-hmm. No, we gotta do something to compete too. All right, other names they're looking for before we get to the one guy we really, really want to talk about. So we have Steve Sarkisian, former USC head coach for one season, got fired with issues with alcohol. It turned into the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, and now the OC over at Alabama. People are looking at him. They're also looking at Boise State head coach Brian Harsin. He's being considered. Now, the reason he's being considered, obviously, Boise State has been pretty solid. But he has issues with the Boise State administration, which is why there's a little bit of smoke there to that possible fire. He's got some friction there with how they're treating his kids and all that, or his players. Then Oklahoma, DC.
How he's treating his players?
No, how the administration treating his players.
Oh, okay. And he's speaking out for him?
Speaking out for him, there's a lot to get into on that, but there's some scholarship issues that there may or may not be honoring here and there. So he's sticking up for his players, and he's having some issues with them. So with the administration. So we'll see how that pans out. Then one of the guys that's like a little exciting to hear about, Oklahoma DC, Alex Grinch. No ties to Arizona, but he served on staff with Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma. He served with Urban Meyer, Ohio State, Mike Leach at Washington State. I think he turned them from like the 99th ranked defense to the 16th ranked defense, Washington State. Mike Leach, who's an offensive head coach like no other, he does air raid system and all that. Right. And he turned their defense into the 16th. So that's one guy definitely look at. And he has championship pedigree. He's a high level. He can recruit high level guys on defense, especially maybe make us a defensive monster in a few years. But also a guy that other schools are going to be looking at in a few years or less that he could just, let's say, no time. He could up and leave. I mean, not to mention if Lincoln Riley, if they've been teasing Lincoln Riley going to the NFL for the last 3 seasons or 4 seasons, whatever it's been. Yeah. He's like, why would I leave this coach job? I got the next spot as the head coach.
All right, and they get big money in college nowadays. See that 7.5 buyout.
Yeah.
Where do I sign up?
Yeah, right. Give me one of those jobs, please. And then, so that's one guy to look at. But the one guy that I think we both agree has to be someone we definitely try and get, Antonio Pierce. He is the co-defensive coordinator at Arizona State. Obviously, he just put it on the 7 turnovers against us. What are you gonna do?
But bring it over to the other side.
Bring it over to the other side. So he played one season in Arizona where he put up 77 tackles, 10 for a loss, 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception, 1 block kick. I mean, he got busy his senior year. It's the one year he played with us because he transferred over from a junior college, I think.
Okay.
But 8 years pro. He's been a Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion with the New York Giants. His head coaching resume, he was head coach at Long Beach Poly High School from 2014 to 2017, linebackers coach at Arizona State from 2018, 2019, so 1 season, and now co-defensive coordinator at Arizona State. Like I said, they put it on us. 4-7 turnovers from us. That's what we want that on our side.
Right.
Like you're from a Wildcat.
I think right, and ASU doesn't welcome them in. I think that'd be a good option for us, honestly. He's going up to, the professional coaching ladder, from high school to, positional to DC, co-DC. I think that head coach at AZ might be a good fit, a good next step. Yeah. We need to compete with recruiting. So, at least we'll be able to steal some recruiting techniques from ASU, start to turn that battle, have some, experience there. He'll have the experience of the coaching staff. And like I said, he's a Pro Bowler, been in the league 8 years. He'll be able to get some kids to get better, You're going to get better from this year to this year. We're going to see improvements from 1 year to the next in some guys with a coach like that or somebody with experience leading the team, And we need to be developing. You see, all our recruits is 3-star, 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 3-star. But that don't mean that they can't perform. You feel me? More than their rank. If they learn, if they grow, I think Attorney Pitch will be a good coach. Young coach that help recruiting. Head coach at Long Beach Poly. See, look. That's something. If you're not from LA or Long Beach, you probably wouldn't even understand the importance of that. Being a head coach at Poly is going to bring recruits, period. Because there's a lot of good kids that come out of Poly. There's a lot of good kids that compete in that division, in that league, in that area, Southern California. And Poly is very competitive, very popular. He was a coach there. He's going to be able to get some kids and some parents that are going to feel comfortable sending their kids to Arizona with him.
Right. The only problems with him, and not even him, is that he's considered to be the heir apparent to Herm Edwards at Arizona State. He's obviously getting a lot of good experience there with him and Marvin Lewis on the defensive side. So it's going to be, and he's apparently the relationship with Arizona has soured over the last few years. So it's going to be
with
rough
Sumlin
to
or
get
Arizona.
Him. That's a good question, man. I wonder if it's both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's obviously it's a personal thing with them, but I think in order to get him, you're gonna have to throw some money at him and really pull at his heartstrings.
You gotta have some money, heartstrings, and you gotta have. I think you'll have to let him create his own staff too.
Oh, for sure. You gotta get him full control.
Yeah, you have to let him bring in his own staff and hire adequate, suitable, capable assistants. That will continue to help because he's young. So the more support that you can have and that trust that you can have inside the coaching staff and organization or program, that's gonna help it grow faster and compete sooner.
Right. No, and for him, he'd be bringing in former NFL guys. I mean, he probably scroll down his phone right now and be like, "Hey, you want to coach? You want to?" You know what I mean? And get some high level guys.
Right. Just like that. I think we need high level guys. We need like you see Arizona State, they hired a whole NFL staff. Splash signing. I wonder how much that guy's making. You said people were complaining about a 7.5 buyout. How much do you think Herm Edwards get?
Oh, Herm getting paid, dude.
They're not complaining. They're not complaining about penny pinching. I don't want to have to pay the coach to leave.
Right.
Pay the coach to leave because the wind's left.
Right. And Arizona Athletic Director David Heek actually made that case. He said it was going to be way more expensive if we kept Sumlin.
Right. Another year of losing.
Right.
We're paying for what at this point?
Right. Exactly. Like again, he left with a good, nice little paycheck, but we if you want to right the ship, you got to do it pretty much now.
Right. There's nothing. We got quarterbacks transferring, receivers transferring in the portal and everything, but we were 0-7 anyway. 0-4. Was it 0-4?
Yeah, 0-4.
Yeah, so we need some new players to step up anyways.
Oh, my bad. 0-5. I forgot we played Arizona.
Arizona State.
Oh yeah. I forgot to count the Arizona game.
0-5. We're not counting that.
We're not counting that, no. And we were supposed to play Cal, but that game got canceled. So yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah, they did us a favor.
Yeah, we might have been 0-6. All right, so looking around, because I always check what the other media is saying and what fans are saying. Again, Antonio Pierce is the guy that everybody wants, and that guy is going to be hard to get. But, maybe we can pull something off. Who knows?
I don't know. Why do you think it's going to be hard to get?
I don't know, dude. Like, he's got a nice little cush spot with Arizona State. Herman's not going to coach there much longer. That dude's, he's up there in age.
You don't think so? What about Marvin Lewis? What do you think he gonna do?
I don't know.
I don't see them leaving.
No,
I don't see Herm Edwards being done coaching.
no, but I mean, like maybe in the next 2-3 seasons. I mean, he's up there in age. Dude. The dude's I don't know.
I would say how old is I would give him 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, I would give him 5 more years.
Yeah.
Over
No,
there.
I mean, and look, even if he does leave in the next 3 or 4, like let's say 3 years, 2-3 years, he's gonna leave them a nice little bunch of recruits, right? And so Antonio Pierce would be like, I could win now with these guys, or I can go down there and rebuild. Again, it depends on what he wants, what he feels like.
I feel like the last real Arizona coach was Stoops. Came in, was there for how many years? Like 7 years?
He was there for a while. He was there before Rich Rod.
Yeah, I know.
Because he got fired and it took us a ridiculous number of days to hire. It took like 46 days or something like that to hire a new coach.
Well, we had an interim coach at the time.
Yeah.
Our linebackers coach was when Stoops got fired, our linebacker coach, he took over. We just finished the year like that.
Yeah.
Then they hired Rich Rod, Michigan guy. Like when I'm in the seats and they hire a new coach and it's a you know him by the Michigan guy. He coached at Michigan. He coached at West Virginia. He's a West Virginia guy. He's not an Arizona guy. Not saying that he's not a good coach or whatever, but you feel differently when somebody is coming to stay and when somebody's coming to make a stop.
Right. Oh yeah. So I mean, luckily we didn't go after what's his name. Arizona State went after or got Todd Graham for like a season. Remember him? Mm-hmm. Todd Graham was there, and the joke was like, "How am I going to be here?" Because he was only there for like a year or 2.
I think it was 2 years. Same as Rich Rod. It was there 2 years. Yeah. I left, but I don't know.
Yeah. I remember Todd Graham was like in and out. It's like, dude, why would you hire that dude? But,
right.
All right. So
I thought Sumlin was a good coach in the beginning.
In the beginning, it seemed like it. I just don't. Whenever someone comes in with a lot of fanfare and you look at their record and it progressively gets worse, but they come in like, what was the big thing about him? He used a helicopter to recruit. Something like crazy stuff he say about something. And I'm just like, dude, relax.
Yeah, it's all a facade.
Right. Yeah. Look, man. Here's the one thing that was interesting. For people that were, because a lot of people are complaining about the buyout, $7.5 million. I totally understand what they're saying, but the one thing that was funny was that apparently if he gets hired somewhere else, like whatever he makes there, we don't have to pay him that much. So if he goes somewhere and gets paid $500,000 or $1 million, that's less money we got to pay him, right? So if anything, David Heek needs to like start sending out letters of recommendation to like big places, like, hey man, hire this guy. Hey,
but guess what? Your film speaks for itself.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't erase 3 seasons of this.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna, he's $7.5 million buyout. He's gonna be okay.
Oh, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine.
It's gonna be okay.
Right. All right. So now we move on to the players. So we have plenty of guys entering the transfer portal. I know before the show we were talking about how long the transfer portal's been here. I'm not sure, but they are taking full advantage of this year.
I don't even like it. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
What do you think about that?
I think it should be, honestly, when they were making it for quarterbacks only, I kind of felt like that was more appropriate. Okay. When they open it up to, every position, then it's kind of get like a little. I mean, I'm not necessarily jealous or anything, but it's like kind of unfair that I wouldn't even say unfair, but yeah, unfair to a program, honestly, when anybody on your team could just leave whenever they choose, enter transfer, leave. No, they don't got to sit out. Right. You used to make decisions to transfer off of real thought out. You really got to think this out because wherever you go, you got to sit out a year. It's going to have to be a decision that you, put some thought behind. A real reason why you leave. Now it's like, oh, we lost. Now I'm gonna leave. All right, we lost the game. I don't like this dude. I'm gonna leave. I don't know who they're coaching. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't really know about that, but the players, do what's best for the players. I'm all for that, but maybe a little bit laxed on maybe it's a little bit too much freedom,
right?
On the transfer portal.
Yeah, look, it's a bit much because then you leave a program like ours now. It's like kind of like in a skeleton type of way, like with bare minimum now. So
like all our scholarship players that were junior seniors or sophomore junior seniors are like Now we got to rebuild from a young class now. I don't even know how that works.
No. Hey, you're right. They used to have to. If you transfer, you have to wait a year. You have to sit out a year. So it's kind of like.
And if you go in the pack, you got to sit out 2 years.
Yeah, it's 2 years, right? So it's kind of like go ahead and transfer if you want, but you're gonna sit down. Like, are you sure you want to do this? So that was a nice little think about it.
Think about it. Is that really what you want to do? Do you not want to compete? Like, do you not want to? Do you not just want to compete, or do you really have a reason to leave?
Right.
It's the difference. If you don't want to compete, then you should get better.
Yeah.
If you want to compete, you have a real reason why you want to transfer, or you graduated from quarterbacks. Quarterbacks, I completely understand. It's only one quarterback position.
Right.
All these other spots, there's multiple spots. If you can't earn 1 or 2, then whatever the case may be. But for quarterbacks, it's one position, so it's like, it'll be tough. Like, it's tough seeing a quarterback that's a sophomore and a quarterback that's a freshman that are both good, because somebody's not gonna play. It's only one quarterback spot. Only one person can lead the team, so somebody's not gonna play. So I understand quarterbacks, like Russell Wilson when he left. I understand that, but like all these receivers, DBs, linebackers, whatever.
Why? Right?
Like, why? Why are you?
Yeah, why? But there was one guy on our roster, quarterback Rodriguez. If anyone recognizes that name, it's because he is Rich Rod's son. That dude was like, "Oh, dad's fired. All right, cool. I'm gonna compete." And he went. Look, he competed, and he might have. I mean, there's a lot of people that thought he should have been
transferred.
Yeah, he should. Oh, yeah, that's one guy.
I would have transferred if I was him, just because politics. Some things you can't control. Like, honestly, Coach Sumlin is probably not gonna want to start the old coach's son just off of something that internal. If they see another guy, Grant Gunnell, coming in, but that no matter even if Rodriguez looked better than Gunnell during camp or whatever, I'm pretty sure Gunnell was gonna start.
Oh yeah, no,
and it was third string. I mean, I don't know.
Like I said, third stringer as a junior. Plummer comes in as a freshman, gets all the reps once Gunnell's out. Doesn't even look at red until the last game. The loss against Arizona State, where Plummer got beat up, and it's like just bring him Rodriguez and finally let him play. But
unless you're comfortable as a third string, unless you want to get some experience, and if you have other things to accomplish other than
academics,
starting quarterback,
academics at that point.
You can learn from different schemes. You can just be, backup quarterbacks have a lot of options. Like, they become offensive coordinators, they become head coaches, they become, quarterbacks coaches, and they just be around. You can learn a lot from that role because you're directly tied to a head coach. So you kind of, get that kind of lineage right there as a quarterback. Like, a quarterback is the head coach's best friend.
Right.
So like being a backup, you're sitting in a room, you're hearing a lot of stuff that's gonna, put the team in the right direction, or learn a lot of football. You learn a lot of football being a backup quarterback.
Right. All right. So tracking the guys that are leaving. Obviously Grant Gunnell into the transfer portal shortly, maybe hours after they fired someone. Redshirt sophomore Jamari Joyner's leaving.
Yeah, Jamari.
Tucson local. Jamari. Tucson local, and he's leaving.
Yeah.
So I
don't know. That might be some competition type of things, because we had some good receivers. I don't know why. And coming off an injury, he should was he a junior? Is he a junior going on the senior year?
Redshirt sophomore, so he'll be a junior.
Redshirt sophomore.
Yeah. He's got time.
Yeah, he got time. He should have, he could have stayed. Wish he would have stayed.
Yeah. But let's see who else we got. Junior offensive lineman Robert Congo's out. O-line was kind of couldn't really stop anything, so not a huge loss, but still sucks to see it. Yeah. And then sophomore wide receiver Boobie Curry, who's really good. He's buddies with Grant Gunnell. He's leaving. They were looking at him to be like the future of the wide receiver position. Then Stanley Berryhill, who was our leading receiver this year, he entered the transfer portal. Yeah, that one's weird. And I
want to see where these guys end up.
Right, exactly. Me too. Like,
I want to see where they choose to go and see how they are utilized differently.
Dude, before the season, we lost like 3 or 4 guys that were all linebackers. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think one of them went to Texas. His brother was a receiver that came from Oregon, that transferred from Oregon. He went to Texas Tech, I think. I don't know. But it's like they all went to weird different spots, and they're not having like the best success either. So
That's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily know if just going to a different program you think is gonna be better for your situation.
Yeah, they say grass is greener, man.
Yeah, they say it. That's what they say.
That's what they say. Yeah, you never know.
Till you get over there.
Exactly.
You're the backup.
Right.
Are they backups? They're starting?
I don't know if they're starting in. I don't think so. Especially not right away, especially coming in late into a program. They literally transferred right before the season started, so.
That's why I want to transfer. I'm not coming in with if I'm not coming in with a surety from the coaches that I'm going to play or compete, then I'm not coming.
Right. All right, and then we lost a bunch of our handful of commits. We lost 3-star running back Montrell Johnson out of Louisiana. Also from Louisiana, 3-star receiver Tyrese Johnson. We had a JUCO corner that actually had some promise to him, Antonio Brooks. For the 22 class, we lost the 4-star wide receiver Kyon Grays, who's up here at Chandler High School. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chandler High School. He can play, so that one kind of sucks. I'm hoping that whoever we hire tries to get him back.
All right.
And then for 22, also Arizona quarterback Trayson Bourget. I forgot what school he comes from. I know he's local as well. Who else we got? A handful, dude. We just lost a handful. Most of them are 3-stars. To be real.
But well, our next coach, I'm not really concerned. We're gonna have to develop a whole nother recruiting strategy, whole new recruiting class. He's gonna start from this coach, and this coach is gonna get a window of recruiting.
Yep.
All right, we'll give you 2 years to recruit before we even start judging you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, that's what it's saying. His guys are in there. That's where that saying comes from. You got to give them a couple of years to get their guys in.
Right.
We
should be able to develop any of these guys, but
for sure,
like that's more of an excuse. I mean, it's not an excuse, but if you can see it as an excuse, then you'll have more success by not letting it stop you. These kids, we could win. We could win some games with these guys. We got some talent. Not like we don't got talent. A lot of people are leaving, but we still got some talent there.
No, we definitely got some talent. Like it's that's what this head coaching thing is like. Is kind of a trip because we got talent. If you look up and down our roster, we got guys that can compete and play. We got guys that will play in the next level. We just need the right guy to put them in the right spots.
I think it's mental too.
Yeah. So, what else we got? Sign commits. Right. So we had early signing day, I think on the 15th, and we got everyone's a 3-star at this point.
Yeah.
Bunch of 3-star guys. We got a couple DBs. We got quite a few linebackers, couple running backs. So, obviously that's early signing day. We still have a few more. I forgot how many was it. I think you can sign in February too. I think so. Okay. So that's where we're at. So we're picking up more talent, even with the Sumlin leaving. We still got some guys coming in.
We gotta get a new coach.
The coach is number one. When
do you think the timeline for that is?
ASAP, like you said, dude. It's got to happen now. It's got to happen now. Like we're gonna lose. Like, look, the transfer portal hit us real hard, right? We're not the only school that the transfer portal hit. No way, right? So my thing is that you bring in an Antonio Pierce, or a head coach that can recruit. He can go to those bigger schools, the Ohio States, the Alabamas, where those 4-star guys, 5-star guys didn't get to play. They left and be like, "Hey, man, you want some playing time?
Right.
We get some playing time.
Right. Because we need juniors and seniors that ready to ball.
We need some leaders. But we need some guy. You didn't get to play again, under whatever. Or, Lincoln Riley didn't get to play against whoever's at Ohio State. I forget the name. You didn't get to play there. Don't worry about it. You come here, you're our number one guy already.
Right. And you compete against, respectable teams all year. The pack very respectable.
Put together some film, get drafted, dude. But you need to bring in the guy to do that now. It's got to happen now. So I'm assuming he can. I know he hired a search firm, which I'm not a big fan of, but he hired a search firm. He's hired a search firm for head coach.
Who is he?
David Heek is the athletic director. But no, the search firm, I forgot the name of the firm that he hired, but they're going out and vetting.
I remember Greg Burns.
Greg Burns went to Alabama. He's still there.
Yeah, he got me to Arizona.
Yeah,
good guy, very good guy.
Oh man, yeah, dude, that dude was.
I was sad when he left. I wish he'd stay, but I mean, it's hard to turn down.
Alabama, dude.
Alabama athletics.
Yeah. So anyway, Heek's got to find someone ASAP, but the right guy ASAP. So
yeah, definitely do these interviews, and be transparent. I feel like they should definitely hire off of ability, off of projection. They shouldn't just hire whoever. You know how these guys hire their friends all the time.
Oh, speaking of which, I forgot the name of the fella, but the president of Arizona has one guy he's like buddies with that he got an interview, and I'm just like, dude, don't do that. You know why? Because the Arizona president also was the one who got Sumlin. So.
Oh yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, we need some closer ties to the actual ground.
Yeah.
You know, we need some guys on the ground. You know, you got like surveillance from the sky.
Yeah.
We need some on the ground surveillance.
We need boots on the ground. That's what we need.
Right. We need boots on the ground. Exactly.
All right, man. So end of the season, obviously we'll keep doing episodes and everything, but especially once we hire a head coach and we can get deep into that. Overall, when you look back at the 2020 season, what are you going to be thinking about?
Unprepared for everything. I think we didn't connect from coaching staff to players. So we got to change the connection, get to the players, get more out of the players. Just a season that you really want to forget. Yeah. Honestly, season you want to forget. Everybody's going to chalk it up. I mean, you can forget this season if we can turn our program around. You know, we still got a lot of stuff to accomplish as a program. So imagine a quarterback coming in and being the first, Pac-12 championship quarterback. Going to the championship game and winning, the first quarterback to do that. Like, if you can convince a quality quarterback that wants to make a name for herself, that really wants some pressure, but not scared of pressure, not scared to be challenged and overcome. If you find a guy like that, with a coach that can find a guy like that, and I think we can do good. But this year, I want to forget.
Hey, you and everybody else, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us this entire season. Again, we're gonna keep it going, especially once we hire this head coach. We'll come back with some other episodes. Maybe we'll do some top 10 type of list for top 10 defensive players, top 10 opposite. We'll see. But it's been a rough one, but
Arizona, we're gonna stick it out. We're gonna get on top eventually.
Yeah,
I remember when Super Zen was number 7 in the nation.
Yeah,
we was winning.
Yep.
I want to get back to that. I want to get back to big games. We had primetime games.
Oh yeah,
it was primetime on ESPN. Versus Arizona State.
Yeah,
and we got blew out Friday night.
Friday night. I'm just and the crappy thing is because of COVID, it's not like everybody was out on Friday night. They all stayed home and watched that.
Right, they turned that off.
Yeah, they turned that off, put on a Netflix or something.
Right, because man, that was bad.
Yeah, that was rough. But
we actually got beat like that before at ASU too with Rich Rod.
Yeah, it just seems to happen. But again, you hire the right guy, you can start the culture turnaround, and so let's make it happen.
Right, it got to be built from within too, I believe.
100%.
Or Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer, get Urban Meyer.
Either Urban Meyer or built from within.
Yeah. Urban Meyer. Maybe Bill Belichick could get fired with the Patriots. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll take Bill.
Hell yeah, we'll take Bill.
He's never been in Arizona, but we'll take him.
Yeah, why not? Shoot, the name alone will do it.
All right, if Nick Saban comes available, just grab him.
I'm telling you, dude. You should go. Yeah, no, don't. You know what? Don't go on these forums, okay? The fan forums. But
I'm gonna go on the forum. I'm gonna tell them, let's get Nick Saban.
Let's get Nick Saban. Just get him. Don't worry about it. Just get him.
Yeah, just pay him whatever. Hey, don't worry about it. He wants to come. Hey, don't worry about nothing. He wants to come.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it for this episode of the Bleav In Arizona podcast. Please Bleav to subscribe. Please Bleav to subscribe to this show on your favorite podcast outlet and on YouTube. Follow my co-host on Twitter and Instagram. Where did I put that? Here we go.
Right there.
All right. There you go. At DR4_unruly on IG and Twitter. At Elaw32 on Twitter, at Elaw52 on IG.
Why 32 and why 52?
So 31 was my original one, right? Elaw 31, because I'm a big Sean Marion fan back in the day. And but that one got suspended for some BS, so 32. 32 is Amari Stoudemire's old number. I like that. He was one of my favorite players. So 52 though is the favorite football player of all time, Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis, I thought that was Ray Lewis.
Yeah, 52 is Ray Lewis. So that's my favorite player of all time.
Gotcha.
All right, folks. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate all of you hanging out. Don't forget to get on betonline.ag and make sure you hit up, place your bets and all that. Maybe there'll be a bet on who's the next Arizona coach. Put some money on that.
Yeah. Pierce, Antonio Pierce.
There you go, Pierce. We're calling you. Let's go, Pierce. All right. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. As always, go Wildcats. Bear down.
Bear down.